Hey, hey everybody, and welcome to the Black Sheep Christmas special. Whoa! Ho ho ho! Everybody's jolly. What's going on, my friends, my buddies, my compadres, my homies? What's going on, everybody? This is your evil friend, the Black Sheep. Ah! Ah! And I'm here. It is Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, get the tree. Are you even allowed to do that anymore with copyright? I don't know. But I just did it. God damn it. And, yeah. So, it's fucking Christmas. Whoa. How do you feel about that? Some people really, really like Christmas. I myself am not that much of a fan of Christmas. I usually find myself in a position to be very, embarrassed. You know, like, like when there's a get together on Christmas and everybody shows up and they got their like big bags of shit and they're like, well, this one is for dickhead and this one is for shithead and this one, oh, asshole, that one's for you. You know, it's like people show up to these fucking things and they give out gifts like just no fucking bottom to the bag. They just keep reaching and fucking picking shit out. I consider myself to be working poor. I have been working poor since I started working, dude. It's always been this way. And I've never, ever been able to, even though it was like, one of those things that's like in the back of your mind when you think of like success. Like this is where I want to be. I want to have the house, the wife, the kids. But that was always something that I thought about, like Christmas, like, you know, having something for each and every person that was there. This is something I never accomplished. And, you know, it just sucks. But, you know, I mean, Christmas means something different to everyone. I mean, surely it has its religious aspects. Now, what is this? Is this the death of Christ or is this the birth of Christ? I don't even know. I've never read the Bible and I've never been a churchgoer. We used to do it on Christmas every once in a while, though, when I was a pup, and different times. So I guess there's the religious thing. You know, and if you're the type to really get down and do the Bible thing, or I mean, if you're a Jewish person and you're here and you're enjoying this, or a Muslim person or whatever the fuck. I mean, I guess Christmas is for everybody. We can all buy things together. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, religiously, I never really was that impacted by the Christ. I was impacted by people who were impacted by the Christ and would speak so highly of the Bible and quote things and but not only that, be a cool person. And you're like, you know what? That motherfucker's so cool. I should really get into religion, but you know, you never do, and because it's not your thing. I mean, as far as my faith goes, I like to refer to myself as a Satanist because it's taboo and it's fun. I don't think it means anything near as much as people take it to mean. For me, it's just, you know, I mean, you're either an atheist Satanist or maybe a I guess you would say pagan Satanist. And like to me, I find it hard to believe that there's a single entity that's sort of responsible for everything, especially when so many different books have such different things to say, which that means that one of them, if they're all the absolute truth in their own culture or group, one of them has to be wrong if they're differing in any way. So I mean, that's kind of hard for me to get around. Um, Absolute truths in religion are really, really hard to find. I guess from a maybe from a historical standpoint, because there are certainly stories that make sense and teach good lessons. But what I'm looking for is that UFO, is that ghost, is that Bigfoot. Like, I want to see it. I want to fucking see it. And I want to feel it. And then I can be like, all right, this book is right. That book is right. Whatever. So on and so forth. Um, from a more, or from a less theatrical, Satanism is awesome and it's fun and everything. But I feel like there's really only been one thing in my life that I've ever interacted with that could do all things, that could make me feel good, that could make me feel whole, that could make me feel happy, that could make me feel sad and make me feel, not so good and make me think real, whatever. This can also destroy um, entire towns, entire cities. It can all be destroyed. Everything hinges upon one little change. And what I'm talking about is nature, the environment, animals, the earth itself. I've never seen anything more powerful than, what's more powerful than a tornado or a tsunami? Have you ever watched footage of the Japan tsunamis? It's godlike. It's total. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can fucking say like, well, we're gonna build a dam and it's gonna stop this tsunami. No, you're not. No, you're not. And it's just getting more extreme too, which is incredible. But we're so at the mercy of nature when things grand like weather events, or things as it's such a delicate balance that if we lost this microbe wouldn't feed off of it, and then this couldn't eat, and then this couldn't eat. It's really mind blowing. That's the reason that I have a bumblebee tattooed on my hand, and the reason that I got that is I think they've recovered, but there was talk that the bee population was just like stupid low and it was dwindling, and it's like really, really bad news for cross pollination and stuff. And it makes you think about how every little piece makes a difference. It's out of this world. And then it also makes you think about human neglect. Like corporations would literally ruin planet Earth to make more millions of dollars in the next 20 years. Like if your grandkids or your great grandkids are fucked, they're not really worried about that because they're going to make all the money today. It's less for you and it's more for them right now. So if they were doing something that was procedurally and knowingly hurting the bee population, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And that to me is just madness. Just madness. Just madness, man. Yeah. Yeah. So Christmas is about religion. I mean, as a Satanist, I certainly don't hate your religion. I have nothing against your religion. I also don't believe in the devil or Satan. It's it's almost like being in the Kiss Army. It like doesn't mean anything. I have nothing against churches, and if you're visiting a church, that's awesome. I always enjoyed visiting churches, but that's my little take on religion. And then the other thing with Christmas is that you meet family, you visit family, and hopefully you have a really, really big family, and hopefully I don't know, my phone just gave me some weird prompt. I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully everything with your family goes good, and you can have a great time that's memorable. You know, it's all about memories. We only get to do this, as far as we know, one time around, so every second really does count. And if being with family is what you want to do, then goddamn, go for it. I'm having some issues with some extended family, and it's really complicated, and I can't really get too specific about it because it just won't make any sense. But the core of what I wanted to say about family, and this doesn't necessarily have to do with everybody that I interact with, blah blah blah, whatever. Stop modifying, just say what you want to say. You don't owe anybody your love. You don't owe anybody your affection. It's not just there because this one married this one, or this one is blood related to you in this and that way. Like, it doesn't automatically mean that you have some emotional debt to pay to this person, especially when they're not involved in your day-to-day life. If you're seeing somebody, like once a year, if that, what do you really owe them emotionally? Especially when you're not getting anything. It's not like these people are at your fucking doorstep clamoring to get in. They're around when they want to be around. So, when it comes to what you invest into things like this, if you're more withdrawn, that's okay, depending on your situation. You know who you want to be affectionate with, and you know who you don't. That's groovy. Hello again. So yeah, I ran out of space to record. Oh boy, what a mess. I ran out of space to record video here, so I had to stop and go back and erase some things. So we're back. This is the Black Sheep Christmas special, and I have but one more thing to say. As I like to keep as a common theme here, or a reoccurring theme, Black Sheep makes mistakes. The catchphrase is, now here's where I fucked up. And boy, I do that a lot. And as far as Christmas and the holidays go, here's where I fucked up. Because what I just wrapped up talking about was not giving people your heart if it's not deserved, and that's a very real thing. However, there are times where, even when a relationship isn't perfect, or if it's not what you wish it were, you can do things to get to the next level. Sometimes people will directly tell you what it is that they want from you, what makes them feel good. And if you don't do it, it's your fault. And you have nobody else to blame but yourself. My father is about cards. Handwritten cards. Doesn't matter if I send him anything, and I've tried to supplement with more grandiose gifts. I've bought him. He's a musician. I've bought him things over the years that have, where I've financially like overextended myself to get him stuff. And I think he likes them, but it's it's not what he wants. he wants a handwritten card, and every year, every holiday comes around, and I have this great opportunity to write a card. I've bought cards. I've bought the card, and I just never um, put anything down on paper. I don't know what it is. I think about the holiday days before. Okay, I have to get Dad a card. I have to get Dad a card. And I never fucking do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what it is in my situation where I can't seem to get this super simple thing to happen. And he takes it as an insult. And I feel like he's right to do so. And I'm a total piece of shit, for not sending him a card. So sometimes relationships are worth letting go of. Sometimes things are less than ideal, and whatever. Burn the bridge, baby. But sometimes you can do more and you just don't. And I don't know. If you have somebody that you love and you don't reach out to them that often, try to do it. If you can do simple things for somebody from the past generation, like doing something handwritten, it's a different feeling than a text. It's a different feeling than a gift. It means the fucking universe. My father should have like dozens of fucking cards from me at this point, and he doesn't. And there's always another year. He's happy, he's healthy, he's doing well. But it's a relationship where in so many ways I'm failing. So keep that in mind too. We're not all perfect. We all make our mistakes, and family's family, man. That mother-father bond is sacred. Look, that's about all I can say for now. I've ranted on for much longer than I really wanted to. I just wanted to say, Merry Christmas! And, yeah, that was fun. I just, got some stuff off my chest. I'm going to have to piece this together with that piece of shit app. So you're probably going to get an awful ugly border with some sort of fucking branding on it. But look, the bottom line is, have a good time, man. Drink some beer, smoke some frickin' cigarettes and some greenery. Have some delicious food. If you can, hang out with your peeps. Relax. Relax. It's the holidays. I love you all madly, and I feel so much better after getting this off my chest. Thank you for being here. Blessed holiday. Farewell.